What would you do if you saw someone do wrong, but telling could hurt someone you know? Come closer, let me tell you this story. Don't forget to like, follow, and comment more if you want more stories like this. In the quiet village of Umoko, where the red earth stained everyone's feet and evening smoke from firewood kitchens floated into the sky, lived a 14-year-old girl named Mmesoma. She was sharp-eyed and fast on her feet, always helping her mother with chores or running errands for neighbors. Her mother, Adana, sold vegetables in the market, and her father farmed the land across the stream. People often said, if you want something done well and fast, call Mmesoma. She was trusted, maybe more than she knew. But that dry season, Umoko faced a growing problem. For weeks, goats and chickens began to disappear. At first, people blamed wild dogs or travelers passing through. But when a whole pen of goats vanished in one night, fear spread. The elders gathered under the big Udala tree. Voices rose in anger, hands pointed in suspicion, but no one had proof. In the end, they warned the villagers to stay alert and guard their animals. Soon, the thief earned a nickname, the water thief, because they stole quietly without a single trace. One evening, as the sun was setting, Mmesoma went to the stream to fetch water. On the narrow path, she noticed Ugochukwu, her classmate, a tall teenage boy who also lived a few compounds away. He was dragging a sack that moved. Mmesoma stopped and hid behind a bush. Ugochukwu looked around carefully, then slipped into the thick bushes near an old yam barn. A soft bleat came from inside. Mmesoma's heart pounded. She knew that sound. She could run and tell someone. She could follow him. She could act like she saw nothing. By the time she fetched the water and returned home, her thoughts were loud and heavy. That night, she could not sleep. The next morning, the whole village woke up to crying. Mama Kamsi's 3 goats were gone. At the market square, men shouted, women mourned, and children listened with wide eyes. Some said the thief had no shame, others swore that if they caught the person, they would deal with them by force. Ugochukwu stood among the crowd, pretending to be shocked. Their eyes met briefly. He looked away. That evening, Mmesoma's father cleaned his cutlass. If this continues, he said, we will keep watch at night, and if we catch the person, he sliced the air with the blade. Mmesoma could not finish her food. The following day, as the sun began to set, Mmesoma followed Ugochukwu from a distance. He carried another sack, heavier than before. He went into the same bushes near the old yam barn. After he left, Mmesoma crept into the area, her heart thumping. Behind the abandoned barn, hidden under palm fronds, was a small pen. Inside were 6 goats, 3 chickens, and a lamb. She covered her mouth with her hand. She ran home and lay awake the whole night. Keeping the secret felt like carrying a stone in her chest. By morning, she could not hold it in any longer. While her mother was preparing cassava, Mmesoma spoke quietly. Mama, I know who is taking the animals. Adana stopped counting and turned slowly. What did you say? With a shaking voice, Mmesoma told her everything. Her mother listened, shocked but serious. She took Mmesoma by the hand and went straight to the elders. Before noon, the council and several men marched to the yam barn area. They found the hidden animals exactly as Mmesoma described. Ugochukwu was brought to the village square. His mother cried as people murmured in anger. The stolen animals were returned to their owners, their loud bleating drawing even more attention. Shame fell on Ugochukwu's family like a heavy cloth. Some villagers were relieved, some were angry, but the elders were more worried about something else. How did a boy this young steal so much? One of them asked. Ugochukwu admitted that he planned to sell the animals in a nearby town to buy fine clothes and a telephone. His punishment was decided. He would work on communal farms and repay every family he had stolen from. The elders warned the villagers not to beat him. They said that shame and labor would teach him more than pain. After that, people turned their eyes to Mmesoma. Some praised her courage. Others whispered that she had disgraced a neighbor's son. Children stared at her with curiosity. Adults looked at her with new respect. That evening, her father rested his hand on her shoulder. He said that telling the truth is hard, especially when it concerns someone close, but silence can destroy more than it protects. Mmesoma nodded, her eyes wet. Soon, the market women began calling her Obioma, the good-hearted one. No more animals went missing after that. The bush around the old barn was cleared, and the place was used again for grain storage. Life in Umuoko slowly returned to normal, but people were more watchful, not only of strangers, but of each other. A few weeks later, as Mmesoma passed the stream, Uguchuku's younger sister walked up to her. She said that her mother said you saved us. If they had caught him in the night with knives and cutlasses, it could have ended worse. In that moment, Mmesoma understood that speaking up had not just exposed a wrong, but it had prevented a bigger one. The moral lesson: silence in the face of wrongdoing does not protect, it allows harm to grow. Also, doing the right thing may sometimes feel heavy, especially when it concerns someone close, but it can save more than it costs.